What's up, everyone? Flashbangs back here. We got the NBA draft tomorrow night. I know my usual co-host isn't here. He's gotta catch up on his Love Island episodes. So just gonna be me here tonight, as we're pretty much 24 hours until Darren Peterson has started to get a lot more interest in that first overall pick. It's gonna be AJ DeBonsa here. I just think he's such an explosive wing, and his game is so fluid when he plays. It's just so hard to try to pass up on him. So you got AJ DeBonsa going 1 to the Wizards, the Jazz at 2 here. I know you have your concerns about injuries, how much he actually likes the game, but I think he's all the way bought in, and I think he'll be good on the Jazz. And then at 3, I think Cam Boozer's going to be the pick here for the Grizzlies. It's just, you can't miss on him. I think he's still being slept on a little bit. I just think that he provides a lot of value for his game. The athleticism stuff is still so weird to me. He's definitely a pretty good athlete. You watch the game against Michigan, he's grabbing boards over a guy like Ade Mara, and being able to get into the paint and finish two guys that were probably one of the better defenders in college basketball last year, and to be able to attack them like that and grab rebounds against them, really impressive. The number 4, go with Buzelis. They had a guy like Caleb Wilson, the Bulls. I think that's going to be a really good pick for them. Definitely probably the best player, in my opinion, defensively in this draft. And then there's just so much upside with the athleticism and the shot creation on offense. So I think it's pretty much a home run pick for the Bulls. Here on my big board, I'm also just super high on Kingston Flemings. I love the way he plays, so that's why he's so high. But I think the Clippers are starting to lean towards Keaton Wagler, and I think he'll be the pick there at 5 to the Clippers. And then at 6, we get the Brooklyn Nets. I would really like them to take Kingston Flemings. I think he would be a really good fit for them in his creation. I think that it's possible that they get Darius Acuff at 6. You just want a dude that can score. You want a dude that's going to bring people into the game, want to watch him play, and Darius Acuff's an easy guy to root for. He knows how to get to the basket with ease. He's got a pretty solid jumper as well to pair with that, but he has the defensive concerns, but I don't think those concerns are too much for the Nets to pass up on him here at 6. And then at 7 for the Kings, they definitely wanted Darius Acuff as their guy. With him off the board, I think they most likely will go Mikel Brown Jr. here. I just think the upside for him, and the wingspan is big. He's 6'4" with that 6'8" wingspan. He's going to be a really good three-point shooter as well. His college three-point percentage wasn't always the best, but like when he is on. He's one of the better shooters in this draft class from the point guard spot. So I think he's kind of a no-brainer here for the Kings. Then at 8 here for the Hawks, we think it's pretty set in stone that they're going to go Mara here at 8. I think a guy like Ade Mara, not only does he bring the size on the glass, he brings it defensively as well, and he'll be a good fit there in Atlanta. Then at 9 here for the Dallas Mavericks and newly hired Dusty May. Yeah, I wonder if you want to go with a Michigan guy. I don't know if you go take Yaxel and Merez at 9. I think that, with Kyrie and how old he is, you might want another guard to go around that. But with Kingston Flemings still here at 9, I think that's like a home run pick. And the Bucks here, a lot of rumors with the Giannis trade. You're not really entirely sure where you want to go here if you're Milwaukee. If he goes to the Celtics, you're probably getting like someone like a Jaylen Brown in the trade. If he goes to the Heat, you're probably getting someone like a Tyler Hero. So you're wondering if you want to go, more big. Do you want to go Yaxel? Do you want to go Steinbach? I feel like Yaxel is more so like a win now kind of player when you're picking him. So I think here I see them going Braden Burries. And then at 11, the Warriors going to go with an electrifying guard in LeBaron Philon. That will be an awesome show to watch LeBaron Philon and Stephen Curry together. I love the way Philon plays, the way he can get into the paint and score over bigger, larger defenders, the way he can shoot the ball He's great with the ball in his hands. And then at pick 12, a player like Yaxel falling to them at 12 is just a great fit. A little bit more kind of size for the wings. Probably play that 4 position. Can defend the ball really. Can defend really well. Still hit the 3. Space the floor. He'd be a great fit in Oklahoma City. And then with the Heat at 13, if they were to still have this pick and no Giannis, probably take a guy like Dylan Swain. I'm very high on him. He's a very prolific scorer. Swain can play off the ball. And he can really just head down and get into the paint and score. Then with the Hornets at 14, I think they probably want a guy that can, really help them defend and rebound a little bit better. Their defense is definitely not the best. So I'm probably going to pick between Steinbach and Morez Johnson here. I think just Morez Johnson's hard to pass up. He's 6'9" with that 7'4" wingspan, and just a phenomenal defender. Shoots the ball pretty well. Does not going to space the floor too much for you, but neither does Steinbach. But I think he's the better defender of the two. So I think they go Morez Johnson here. And the Bulls back up at 15. They already took Caleb Wilson. I think the Bulls, honestly, here at 15, seeing a guy like Steinbach still on the board, I think that's probably where they'll go. And then looking at it at 16 with the Grizzlies, I think the Grizzlies, an interesting spot. You already got Cam Boozer. You get a little bit of a project player to go with Cam Boozer, and that is Nate Ament. Nate Ament is definitely a project. He definitely grew in size a lot, so you got to see those flaws during his time at Tennessee. Wasn't super aggressive with the ball getting into the paint, didn't shoot the ball super well, so it'll be a bit of growing pains in Memphis with him, but I think he definitely has the potential to be one of the best players in this class if he can put everything together. And then the Thunder back up at 17. I think they probably go with Allen Graves. He great wing defender. He played really well this year. From what I saw over at Santa Clara, he's been fantastic throughout the year. Didn't think he would actually end up in the draft. He's kind of come up the draft boards pretty high as of late. I'm pretty high on him as well. So I think he would be a great destination there in Oklahoma City, and getting Yaxel and Allen Graves would be some really big time players for a team that just lost in the Western Conference Finals and won the NBA championship 2 years ago. Then they want to continue to kind of just taking those swings on the big men. They'll take Sinak here. He gets on the glass over at Houston. And then at pick 19, I'm going to have the Raptors. I think they're going to go with guard between probably Corey and Christian Anderson here. I'm going to say they go Corey just for the size, a little bit younger. And if you watch him when he played at Stanford, he had a couple games where he was just absolutely fantastic. Get downhill and get to his spots, really. Then with the Spurs at 20, I think most likely they would love a backup big. I think you take a shot on him. Hopefully he can come back healthy, same player he was when he played at Arizona State. Be that same defender, and hopefully kind of be able to fill that role when Giannis comes out. And then Detroit at 21, almost a shoo-in. I think pick, they want a backup point guard, could be Christian Anderson. I think it's Sturge just because he can be able to have the ball in his hands and facilitate the offense, and really not turn the ball over. It's not just going to be Cade trying to create his own shot or creating shots for others. Sturge can create his own shot and also create shots for others. Then Philadelphia at 22, I think for them, the big thing is going to some sort of wing, I think, that can help them out. I think Cameron Carr, he really showed out really well in those scrimmages for the draft combine. He played really well at Baylor, shoots the ball well. I definitely think it's a little bit slept on. 23, the Hawks, they already got Ade Mara. I think they want to go with another point guard. I think Christian Anderson's a great pickup here for them. He's probably one of my favorite players last year to watch in college. He just is so good at being able to create his own shot with the ball in his hands. And then with the Knicks at 24, it's interesting. I wonder if they want to go kind of more towards the wing route or towards the forward route. My pick is going to be Cole Pete. I think he fits in well to kind of play that 4 role. Then we get the Lakers here at 25. I think it's probably going to be a toss-up between Isaiah Evans, Henry Vesar, and Malik Thomas. I would say Isaiah Evans just because he's the best shooter in the draft. 26, the Denver Nuggets. I think they go Malik Thomas here. And with the Celtics at 27, they probably go big here. A couple options. You go Zuby. You can go Joshua Jefferson, Terrace Reed. I think they go Henry Vesar. Kind of keep that three-point shooting that they love and still get a big. Then we get the Timberwolves at 28. I think they would probably like some sort of wing. I'm leaning toward Caravan probably here. Could be Kareem Lopez. 29 for the Cavs, I'm going to go Alex Caravan. That's it. And then at 30 for the Dallas Mavericks to round up the end of the first round, I think a guy that can play the 4 pretty well for them, and a guy like Joshua Jefferson, I think that's a pretty solid pick. Then the Knicks back up at 31 again. Richie Saunders can go here. That's a good spot. Grizzlies at 32. They already picked up Cam Boozer and Nate Ament. I think they probably want to go some sort of guard. I think Jacoby Gillespie is a great selection here. He was phenomenal at Tennessee. Brooklyn Nets at 33. They already got Darius Acuff, yes. So at 33, I'd like them going Zuby Ejiofor. I think for them, that would probably be Terrace Reed. Now back up to the Spurs. For the Spurs, I think I like Ryan Conwell here. I think that's a solid pickup at 35. Clippers here at 36. We already had them getting Keaton Wagler. I think for them, I don't hate the Darian Williams pick. He was really good at NC State. I think he can definitely make a bit of an impact on this team as well. And then, of course, the Thunder have another pick here at 37. Kadarius Copeland. 38, back up to the Bulls. You get Braden Smith. I think that's a great pickup for the Bulls as well. And then moving on to the Rockets at 39. I think Brazil is actually a great fit there. Can stretch the floor a little bit. Definitely a very energetic player that can come off the bench and provide a spark when needed. Then over at 40, back to the Celtics. They already picked Henry Vesar. Do you want another big? Maybe. And then let's go the Heat at 41. I think they'll probably go with either Tamian Lipsey or Bruce Thornton. I'd say probably Bruce Thornton. Absolutely had a phenomenal career at Ohio State. Congrats to him. Then the Spurs here at 42. I think Dylan Mitchell could be a great pickup for them. Back up to the Nets. And what do the Nets want to do? I think you want to try to get an experienced shooter, and that's Emmanuel Sharp. I think that's a great pickup for them. Get a shooter off the bench. Spurs back up again. Jesus Christ. I think you just take a flyer on a big and you take Mitchell and Gladden out of Florida. He wasn't super impactful. He came off the bench, but he was solid in the time he got. So I think that would be helpful. I think you probably want some sort of possible better backup for Franz. I think a guy like Otego Away isn't a crazy selection here. Otego Away was phenomenal. And the Suns at 47, you probably go Oscar Clough or Nate Biddle here. I think Nate Biddle can help at least stretch the floor a little bit more for them. Mavericks here. You got Joshua Jefferson and Kingston Flemings. I think a good stretch the floor player. Lamar Wilkerson. Bang. Absolutely phenomenal year at Indiana. And then we get the Nuggets at 49. I think it's about time Lipsey went. I think this is a good fit for him here to the Nuggets. Wizards, you're at 51. You already got your guy in AJ DeBonsa. Probably get some sort of backup guard, I'm thinking, and either Jaden Bradley or Kalen Boswell. Clippers back up here at 52. 53 is the Rockets. We already had them get traded on Brazil. And then I think a solid guard like Boswell is perfect for them. Keyshawn Hall. Knicks, They just take a flyer on a big in Louis. Bulls back up. We can go Duke Miles with them. He had a great year at Vanderbilt. Wow, the Pelicans have the last pick of the draft, and that's their only pick that actually blows. 57 for the Hawks. A solid. I think they need some help on the defensive end. Let's go Malik Brown. And not seemingly, we'll finish off this draft with Donovan Dent. Just wanted to touch on some players that I liked throughout this season, think can make some impacts from the second round. Hope everyone has a great Monday night and a great NBA draft day tomorrow. Make sure to check it out. Peace out, y'all.